Okay guys, it's Adri Theron and I'm here with another Otome game route review, and we are on Cupid Parasite. Playing through Cupid Parasite, provided a review copy from keymailer. Thank you very much for the key, you guys. I'm really enjoying this game. Again, I'm super duper behind on the otome genre. I, went hardcore into Final Fantasy 14 and I missed out on a lot of otome games. So, we're on Cupid Parasite, and the route we're going to talk about today is Ryuki. So, Ryuki is a glamour parasite. He's all about skincare. He's all about looking good. He's a fashion designer. He comes from a family of fashion designers. He sprays you with mist to help with your skin, but it comes kind of rude. He's kind of rude. A little bit. So, but let's put on his little movie as we talk about him. Go past Ryuki. Okay, where the heck is? There we go. Okay, let's put his movie on the background, and we'll look at the CGs. But let's talk about Ryuki. Ryuki is probably the most PG of the route so far. I assume, I've done Ryuki, I've done Shelby, I've also done Gil, and I have another video coming up on Gil. Ryuki seems to be the most PG because he is 19. He is the youngest male romance option, and also a thing it kind of gets mentioned in the game a couple times. He is technically a minor in Japan because he's 19 and not 20. In Japan, you said this thing where you weren't adult till you hit 20. I think in recent years they've actually changed that to be 18. I don't know. But that's just, if it comes up, that's why. So he is the youngest. He is pretty fucking successful for being so young. So he has his own fashion brand that's called Ryuki. It's men's fashion. He comes from a family of fashion designers. The K-san, which is also predominantly male fashion. He is half Japanese, half American. He's very sweet and loving. This game is very fluff, sweet and loving so far, everybody. He's kind of rude in the beginning a little bit. He's like, oh, people are ugly. If they're not hot enough, I ignore their existence. That's pretty damn rude. But he likes you. Needs to be a little bit of a cougar going after a younger man. Going to Ryuki's route. I wasn't really excited for it. His main color is green. I'm not a huge fan of the color green. His character design is good. His purple eyes are awesome. Also, the fact that he was younger, kind of not my thing. This is not a route tailored toward Adri, but that's okay because I got plenty of other options. So, but he's sweet. He's very much into fashion. He's very much about oh, honey, let me help you. Let me help you. Why did you wear that skirt? Let's fix this. Now he's not as nice as you'd see people on TV, but how he popped up in the route is he does actually come help you at Cupid Corporation and gives a fashion class. He's kind of rude to people, but he does help tell them this would fit you, this would work with you, whatever. He's very sweet and quiet. He has a good end. Well, he has the best end and a good end, which I really didn't think was that good. It's and then a couple of bad ends. The bad ends really aren't that bad. Again, Cupid Parasite isn't killing us. So you're not dying. He is not dying. So the bad routes are really it's kind of just you guys don't end up together. And it's oh, okay, whatever. It's good. His event CG. So he's super sweet. He's very young. He's very much. He doesn't know what love is. He's very much he's falling in love with you and he doesn't realize it. It's kind of cute and adorable because he's what are these feelings? Oh my gosh. And it's oh, it's you're 19. So he does some wild stuff. So he's a fashion designer, right? And he's designed some yoga wear he needs to match this female outfit, and he's studying it, so he takes you to yoga, and he also grips you and just doesn't think about it. You know, I wasn't quite a fan of that scene. I was like, that, and then everyone's like, oh, look at that young couple, and he's like, what? It's like, yes, you're just, you know, touching the boob, my dude. So he takes you on dates, he puts you in a cute outfit on dates, he's very much like, this works with you, you should wear this, and Cupid actually listens. It's super sweet and cute. Oh, you also get to go to his house. He has his own house, even though he's 19. He has his own house in Lost York. And while he does come from money, because he comes from a fashion brand, supposedly his money is all self-earned because he set out and, you know, made his own design brand. There's some privilege there, but still, like, he's 19 and he can afford this fucking house in the middle of Lost York. It's like, okay, he's rich. Oh, okay. But he has a dog. He has a big fluffy dog that's super cute named Kagura. Kagura is super sweet. Kagura apparently can see Chi, the divine beast. That's fun. And when you go over to visit him, you also find out that Ryuki is scared of lightning. That's super cute. He also helps you with your job at Cupid, at Cupid Corporation. You have this one client named Melanie who's she's not very confident. And he's like, she looks like a gray blob, she's boring. And I'm like, oh, why are you telling her that? But he gives her fashion advice. And one of the cute things with like the CG is you guys basically stalk her and her date and watch their date succeed. And then you guys are like, oh. Like, oh. And then Ryuki's kind of like, oh, I kind of want to kiss you. What is his feeling? He's kind of a little bit of a goober. He's young. He has super cute CDs. I like his design. Again, the green. I'm not a big fan of green, but I like the color and the pop of his design. CGs are super duper cute. All very fluffy. So he also eventually he's like, we're gonna get married. He designs your wedding dress. That's super neat and cool. Oh, this is him acting a little young. So this is as spicy as his route gets right there. Is you just flirting. I know with this review I'm all over the place. So this is when he turns 20. You're like, oh, you're adult. And that's when I was like, in the game, it's like, he's a minor. It's like, okay, whatever. It's like, oh, okay. Yeah, fun fact, in Japan, it used to be you were like a minor until you turned 20, which does make college interesting, because it's like you need your parents to help you do everything, I guess. So all of his CGs are very nice. They're very pretty. I love the color pop. So far, I'll say this about all the guy designs. Like, the Cupid and the guy designs all work together really well in CGs and stuff so far. Like, it's just bright explosion. I love it. I love bright colors. Hence the hair. I do really like his purple eyes. I do like his kind of like snarky attitude, and then eventually he kind of like defluffs and gets kind of sweet on the inside. So he's like a hedgehog. All prickly on the outside, but then fluffy on the inside. I know that took me a minute to remember what a hedgehog is, but it's a hedgehog. It's all prickly on the outside and cute and adorable on the inside. So he kind of like, for like other games, again, I haven't played a lot of Otome games, but his route kind of reminded me of Shin from Amnesia Memories. Shin's kind of prickly. Now Ryuki's not as bad as Shin. He doesn't call you stupid, but he's like, ah, what are you wearing? Why would you wear that? Kind of jerky a little bit, and kind of young. So him and Shin are kind of similar, young, snarky archetypes. So things that stood out about his route, he has a lot of insecurities because of his grandmother who raised him and other jackass family members. Some of them were jerks about him being like half Japanese and half, well, I'm not sure if it's American or just like not Japanese. Could be Lost Yorkian. I guess Lost York technically doesn't exist. Lost Yorkian, I guess. I don't know. His mom was kind of like a hard ass. sorry. His grandmother was kind of a hard ass, raising him and being like, you'll be a great designer. And he never has been able to get his grandmother's approval on his designs, and that's really just like destroyed him on the inside, and he struggle buses. Something you also find out, what he really is truly passionate about is women's fashion, not men's. So the good route is, you know, he starts designing women's clothes based on your suggestion, because you're like, hey, if you do some stuff, you have the men's, and then you also have the women, and then, you know, you can help people date and help them match outfits together. So that's kind of cute. So he starts doing more women's clothing and asking for your opinion and stuff. It's super sweet, but you can kind of just tell that he really prefers women's clothing when he starts doing it. Like, he's excited about it. And then eventually, you know, he designs your wedding gown, and that's he's like, do you love me? And you're like, yeah. And you're like, I have a wedding gown for you. I'm not proposing with this wedding gown, but I'm heavily implying that I want to marry you, even though there's no ring right now. And also, it turns out the wedding gown is like his best design. And his grandma's whole thing was like, hey, you need to love the people you're designing for. It's not just about making a great design. It's about making a great thing for a human being. And that's what he's lacking on. And, you know, the family kind of gets together and reconnects and actually talks. And like the grandma's like, oh, I'm sorry, I was too hard on you. I apologize for that. And didn't realize that maybe some of the extended family members were being jackasses to him. So it's very heartwarming, very cute ending. Again, not spicy. If you're looking for spice, this is not it. I have not found many otome games to really be that spicy. Like, I read romance novels. No one's gonna near that level of spice. This is more cute and fluffy. So that's it for the review. I'll see you for the next video. Next video we're going to be talking about Gills Are Out. But I hope you guys have a wonderful morning, day, evening, whatever time it is. And bye-bye.